Hi friends, it's Brandi and I'm here with another story behind the stamps for the new Essentials by Ellen release that's happening. I'm really excited about this one. There are actually 4 new sets, which is crazy exciting. Every time I've pulled one out to use it so far, I've decided that that's my favorite set. So I'm going to refrain this time from picking any favorites because I've loved them all so much. And they actually work really well together. So that's been a lot of fun too, is being able to mix and match them. So like usual, I just kind of want to talk more about the set and then show you what I've been making with them. And I've been making a lot with them, so I have a lot to show you. So I want to get right to it. The first set this time is called Subbing In. I love this set. This one is underwater themed. We have a submarine. We also have a variety of little underwater creatures, an octopus, a jellyfish, a couple of fish. We have some beautiful coral, bubbles, of course, and then some really fun sentiments like "You are sublime," "Go with the flow," "Dare to dive." That one's upside down there. "I'm a sucker for you," "I'm so jelly," which I think it's probably going out of style by the time I release this. My cool level is red on the edge, but I'm still hearing it quite a bit around me, especially in my neighborhood. I'm hearing a lot of the much younger people saying "I'm so jelly" when they're talking about how jealous they are of something. And honestly, I'm pretty jealous of the eyelashes that both the jellyfish and the octopus have. So there's something to be jelly about. But this set is really versatile. It's so much fun. It's got a matching die set like usual, and what's great about it is it's going to allow you to cut out these little what are they, portholes or windows? They're not windows. I'm sure I'm butchering this. In the submarine on the side, you can cut them out entirely. You can cut out just the inside of them. It gives you a lot of flexibility. And then obviously you can cut out all the rest of these fun little creatures as well. And I've made a ton with this set. I've also been working on a special blog post for some background ideas. So I'm going to share a couple of those cards, but try not to dive in too much because that post will be up on the Ellen Hutson blog soon, and I don't want to give away everything in advance, but this is Subbing In. So along with Subbing In, we have Good Egg, and if you know me, I really love to draw chickens. I do not have any chickens in my yard, but I live in an area where there are lots and lots of backyard, front yard chickens that people have. It's pretty common, so you often see them kind of running down the road. They get loose quite a bit. And so I have a fondness for chickens. This set is really fun. I was able to squeeze in lots of chickens. So you can see they're in different poses, walking, pecking. This one's a little feisty. I'm really loving her. We've got this little baby chick sitting on the nest, kind of roosting. This little guy and this plume is just fantastic to color. So lots of chicken options, also lots of egg options. So a cracked egg, a full egg, the actual egg from inside the shell, and then some fun sentiments to use like "Old Bird." I think that'd be great with a happy birthday sentiment. "You're the best chick I know." "You really crack me up." "Sorry," which would be perfect with "Old Bird." "Sorry, old bird. If you're forgetting things often," which is the case for me. I often like to incorporate things in my stamp set if you need to have an apology card or belated birthday card, something like that going out. "You're a good egg." And then this little gem right here, "What the cluck," cracks me up every time. This is a really, really fun set to work with. I've done some different things with it, as well as some more traditional things this time, and I can't wait to show you those. But this is Good Egg. So while we're thinking of eggs and cooking, there is a new leading lady this time. So this is the Cooking Lady. If you've been around for a while or collecting these ladies, you might remember the Baking Lady. She came out, gosh, very early on, and she is so well loved. I love how much everyone has loved the Baking Lady. But I felt like there definitely needed to be a Cooking Lady too. She's very similar in style to the Baking Lady because I was thinking about, maybe they're friends or sisters, or maybe it's actually the exact same leading lady. But this time when she's cooking, she lets her hair stay curly. She puts on a different apron and she gets down to business. I am definitely not the best baker, but I do love to cook, and so it was fun to create this set. She's got some really great new accessories that would work so well with a lot of the leading ladies, the leading gentlemen as well. But some new things, especially as we come into summertime for a lot of us this season of grilling outdoors or having, outdoor meals and stuff. She's got a lot that can go along with that. So she's got a colander strainer up here, a measuring cup, some tongs, this little like sausage. Maybe it's, a vegan sausage, maybe it's actual meat, maybe it's a hot dog, whatever that is. Right there, she is ready to put that on the grill. There are a lot of pieces of pasta in this one. I adore pasta, and I couldn't stop laughing at the thought of a sentiment that said, this one right here, penne for your thoughts. And so you'll see there's a little piece of penne right there. There's a macaroni noodle. We've got farfalle, which is that little bow tie pasta down there. I love that. There is a grater. There is a little mustard bottle, a ketchup bottle, some pancakes, a kebab, lots of fun veggies on there, and a little jar of pickles. And then some more sentiments beyond just the penne one. Don't mean to grill you. You're the true measure of a friend. I really flip for you. You are really great. And what a pickle. So she is a really, really fun set to play with. I really loved using her, like I said, as a mix and match with the other ladies as well. Her accessories pair really well, and theirs with her too. So she's a fun new addition in the cooking lady. And because she's cooking, and I talked a lot about eating outdoors this time of year, there really needed to be a picnic set. And so here it is. This is Life is a Picnic, and it is meant to be a standalone set, but it works so well with the cooking lady. It also works really well with the bookworm lady, and I'll show you that in a minute. And I use this in coordination with the Good Egg chickens. So this picnic set has a lot going for it. You've got some sentiments like time with you as a picnic, welcome to the club. I love a good club sandwich. Heard you've been feeling antsy. And then it's just packed full of accessories and images, so you can build the perfect picnic basket, maybe pair these, like I said, with other sets, peaches and grapes and strawberries and lemons or limes and cherries and watermelon, of course, a good loaf of bread. We've got silverware, a nice straw to go with this mason jar, lots of drink options, this little well-aged, I'm thinking it's wine, but it could be anything in there. And of course that club sandwich. There's a lot in this set, and it's really, really fun to play with. I stamped and colored these with the Copic alcohol-based markers and had so much fun, but I really want to take it out again with my colored pencils because I've been trying to grow a little bit using those, so I'm excited to pull this out again. And I mentioned it already, but like always, there are matching dies for all of these sets, so you can pick those up as well. And it just really helps in stamping and cutting out all of these images. But I've taken time showing you those. I want to show you what I've made so far because I took out these stamps just to kind of play around and see how they work together, and had so much fun. I have stacks and stacks of cards. So I'm just going to go set by set and show you some examples. The first one is the Good Egg set. I told you I love these chickens, and I just really do. This was really fun. I wanted to highlight all of these chickens on here. So I just did little squares of yellow paper to kind of pop them up, and then created this very mod grid card for them, and I adore them. I knew I wanted to play with the what the cluck sentiment because it just cracks me up. So I've got this really simple one where it's just kind of highlighted on a circle with that one chicken right on the card. I still love, love, love clean, simple cards. Can't get away from it. And then I wanted to have some rainbow chickens, and I started to color them and thought this looks ridiculous. But I'd already stamped and colored and cut them out, and so I was unwilling to give up. So I went ahead and layered this kind of rainbow chicken display on the card. And friends, I'm so glad I did, because I don't care how silly it is, I really love this card. I have the perfect friend for it, so she's getting it in the mail. As soon as I'm done with this video, I'm gonna pop it in an envelope. But it's just a reminder to just be silly and play with your supplies, because obviously I don't see a lot of rainbow chickens running around this town, but I really love them here. And of course, I like to play with just the accessories, and I had to bust out one, that sentiment, "You're a good egg." I adore it. And then, of course, all of those different little egg accessories. I just pop them up with some foam adhesive. So much fun. So that is the Good Egg stamp set kind of put to use. And then I'll just kind of go through. This is the Life is a Picnic set. I mentioned before that I thought it went really well with the bookworm lady. She's kind of sitting cross-legged, and it's the perfect thing to have her just kind of nestled in for a picnic. She's got a basket packed with all those goodies behind her. Her arms are full of more goodies. I love all that fruit in that little kind of farmer's market fruit basket. And I just think it works so well together. I left her black and white just because I knew I was going to have so many colorful accessories going on and kind of a colorful background. And I really like how it lets the color pop on the rest of the pieces. But she would be awesome colored in as well. Playing with those same pieces, using that Welcome to the Club sentiment stamp kind of in a circle, almost sun. You'll notice that I added some of those chickens in here. I couldn't help it. These sets work really well together. So the chickens are the one having the picnic now. They're getting the good stuff. And then last but not least with this set, the antsy sentiment. Heard you've been feeling antsy. I think a lot of us these days are seeing so much about stress and anxiety and what a toll it takes on our bodies. And we're hearing honestly from how many people are suffering with it. And so it always makes me think of feeling kind of antsy inside, where sometimes you can't identify it. You're just feeling kind of off and kind of riddled with worries. And this kind of simple card to a friend, one, is sure to make them smile. But two, just, you know, I've noticed that you're feeling a little angsty, a little antsy, feeling that burn of anxiety. And, I mean, little ants, how cute are they? I really should not be talking about anxiety with cute ants, but it is pretty cute. I love those little guys. All right, next we've got the Cooking Lady. I actually colored 3 different ladies this time because I was trying to think of if I wanted to put them together on a card or mix them up. And then I ended up wanting to have each lady do something different. So I've got 3 cards, 3 ladies. This lady has packed that basket full. It's so much fun to layer these little accessories in there. And I just cut a little slit in her apron pocket so I could tuck those tongs down in, which is kind of fun. Just that little, they're adhered in there so that, you know, they can move a little bit, but they're definitely not coming loose. It's a fun addition to her outfit. You're the true measure of a friend. I love this one. Again, I've put a little spoon in her pocket, but you can see I've stacked up 2 of the measuring cups. And I really love how that looks together. It's simple, but I think it's a really great card to be able to give to a friend, maybe especially someone that you've known for quite some time. Plus, I just adore her little outfit. And what a pickle. We have a friend, my husband and I have a friend who always says, "Oh, I'm in a pickle," or "what a pickle," when something is going wrong or he's feeling a little stressed. And I think it's the most charming sentiment and kind of a lighthearted way to look at some of the fumbles that might come across our paths. And so this lady definitely is going to be in a pickle soon if that stack of pickle jar drops. But I also think she is going to make our friend smile. Next time he has kind of a rough day, I think this is the perfect card for it. He didn't even know he was getting a card with a lady and pickles on it. And then, like I mentioned before with the Good Egg set, I love playing with just the accessories because 1, I like to stretch my sets, but 2, there are so many good accessories in there. So I did this really simple one, "You Are Really Great," and did those graters. And then penne for your thoughts, and I've got them just kind of, those little penne noodles tumbling into that colander strainer there. So lots of fun with that set. And then last but certainly not least is subbing in. This is the one that I played with so much, and I've got a blog post coming to the Ellen Hutson blog, so I'm going to kind of not dive in too deeply, but I did want to show you some of the things I did with it. For this one, I actually used the die to cut those little holes, windows, whatever I decided I was going to call them, out completely. And I colored it kind of a deep, muddy army green so that it might look like it had sunk into the bottom of the sea and this was just like the wreckage. And so you can see through that wreckage, you've got that little octopus kind of peeking through the back of it with the sentiment "Dare to Dive." I love how it can kind of have a very different approach just by how we color it and whether or not it's got those little windows intact. Plus it's kind of fun seeing something peek through there. And then there was no way I was going to design this whole set that I was going to hum the song the entire time and not color a yellow submarine. I actually foresee a lot of yellow submarines in my future, if we're being honest. So of course I used it for this one. I cut out some blue circles in different sizes. I have one of those circular nesting dies, so I just put a whole bunch on a sheet of blue and sent it through the die cut machine and used them to create almost like a bubble effect. And then I've got some of the little bubbles from the stamp set as well to get this go with the flow scene. I really, really love this one, and I love the yellow submarine. So plan on, if you're following me on any social media, you're going to see a lot of yellow submarines this summer. And I'm really not that sorry about it, to be honest, because I adore it. So keeping it simple, I'm So Jelly, and I've got 2 of those jellyfish there. And then these 2, I won't go into detail because you'll read more about them, like I said in the blog post, but just 2 examples of more ways that I've used the pieces from the Subbing In set with some different backgrounds to build cards. Just really versatile, really fun. So, I have given you so much to think about. I've shared with you so many cards and all these new stamp sets, but there's just so much goodness coming your way, there was no way not to dive in. So I hope you will pop into the Ellen Hutson shop, take a look for yourself, pick up the ones that speak to you, and start crafting and share them, because I would love to see what you make with this new release. So thank you for taking time to watch me here, and I hope you have a great and very crafty day.